Welcome to Expat Life, where living abroad meets living out your faith. As believers, we know that wherever we go, God goes with us. This space is about encouraging expats to walk in Christ's love, to build communities rooted in grace, and to shine His light across cultures. We'll share stories here of faith in action, practical wisdom for navigating new places, and biblical truths that remind us that we are citizens of heaven first. Whether you're adjusting to a new language, seeking some fellowship, or simply learning to trust God in an unfamiliar territory, Expat Life is here to inspire you to thrive abroad with courage, compassion, and Christ at the center. Welcome, and we are here on a new series as far as preparing to be an expat. Expat is short for expatriate. You're actually moving from your home country to another country. You're expatriating yourself to another country. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over several different things. This is the introduction, and then we're going to break it down and go into each individual one for you. So becoming an expatriate or expat is moving to another country for work, study, or an adventure. I mean, very basic. It is an exciting opportunity that comes with a lot of unique challenges and rewards. So the proper preparation is an essential for a successful and enjoyable experience. In this guide, what we're going to do is we're going to break it down. I'm going to go through everything right now, and then we're going to go ahead and break it down individually to actually help you guys out. So each one of these topics are going to be its own video. This guide covers key steps we took before and after our move that ensured us a smooth transition into expat life. Be prepared, however, for challenges because you cannot prepare for every situation. Number one, in our first video after this, we'll be researching your destination. That is very important, obviously. I always personally had a desire for Latin America. The choice of country was very easy for me, as Colombia is where my wife's birth country. However, if you don't have such a beautiful ability there, then you've got to go look at other things. Cultural understanding. You need to learn about the local customs, traditions, and etiquette. Understanding social norms. You need to help them with adapting and avoiding misunderstandings. Language skills. Language skills is a very big thing to choose from. If your destination is not your primary language and it is different from your own, then you need to consider taking language classes or courses or a language app before you arrive. The more you familiarize yourself with the local languages, the easier it's going to be to learn when you get here. Cost of living, very important when you research a destination. Each town and city has different costs of living. They have different securities. They have all that stuff. So cost of living research and cost of housing, transportation, food, and other daily expenses, you have to do that so that you can budget accordingly. Number two, the second one is going to be legal and administration preparation. This is going to be probably a little longer than our target 10 minutes. There's a lot. You need to get your visas, your work permits, determine the visas and the requirements for your destination, the country, and to apply all this well in advance. Some countries require work permits, others do residency permits as well. Each country is different. There's a lot of information to look for, and you can do it. Documents, you're going to have to get your documentation. You're going to have to gather all the important documents: passport, birth certificate, academic records, medical records, marriage, divorce certificates. Keep all this stuff both physical and digital. You want to make sure you do all that stuff. International driver's license. Whether you do the international driver's license or you can get a driver's license locally, what the insurances for your vehicles are, how they drive in that country, all important. If you research whether you need to have a driver's license, some countries don't even worry about it. Some need it. I mean, it's all different. So that's what you're going to do. Number three, we want to do financial planning. Now, I'm not a financial planner, but I do pretty well with my own. And so I'm going to walk you through things such as banking. You need to notify your current bank of where you're going to be, what you're going to be doing so that they don't shut your cards off if you come down here and try and get some money from that. You need to look at potentially opening a local bank account when you get to the new country. You need to understand taxes and talk to tax obligations for both your country and the country of your destination. Consider consulting an advisor both in your country about it as far as expatriate law, tax law, as well as the one you're going to, so that you don't find yourself in a tax issue Insurance. Insurance is very important to ensure to have the appropriate health and travel insurance, property insurance that covers you from where you're living, where you're from, and where you're going. Number 4, we're going to go into health and well-being. Health and well-being is a big thing. Medical checkups, schedule medical and dental checkups before you leave. Ask your doctor for copies of records that you might need to bring with you that are necessary vaccinations. Medications, bring in an ample supply of prescriptions with you. Learn about the medications and their availability in your destination country. And then mental health. Prepare for the culture shock and homesickness, especially if this is like a first time thing, if you're not a world traveler. Homesickness is real, and it can get people. Research for support groups, expat communities, counseling services, and all your new location. Housing and logistics, a very important one. Things don't always work out exactly the way you think. So you want to look at the accommodations. You got to decide whether or not you're going to rent or you're going to buy, whether you're going to arrange for a housing before you get there or stay in some kind of a temporary housing while you are searching when you get there. Shipping your belongings. You have to research what kind of cost the shipping is, what to bring when you have customer regulations, and what you would rather bring versus buy locally. Your utilities and services. You need to set up essential services like internet, mobile phones, utilities soon after you arrive, and that's very important. Social integration. Okay, you want to develop some networking, join expat groups, local clubs, online communities to make connections and find support. It's better to do this before you come than when you come. Learning opportunities, take classes, attend workshops, and volunteer and immerse yourself in the new culture and meet new people. Very important. That way you can actually, instead of just coming and being, as with me, a person from the United States, and taking advantage of the culture, I can actually integrate and be part of the culture. Stay connected. You want to maintain regular contact with friends and family back home, both for them so that they're not worried about you, as well as for you for your own emotional support. Final checklist before departure. Trust me, you won't make it all. You won't get everything right. There's going to be something you forget and something you did that you didn't have to do when you get down here. It's absolutely intense. The travel is very indicating. So number 7 is going to be your checklist. Make sure that you confirm all your travel arrangements, your airports, your transfers. Make copies of all your documents and store them safely. Inform your home country's embassy and the consulate of your arrival. Settle any outstanding bills and cancel any unnecessary subscriptions or services. Pack thoroughly and thoughtfully considering the climate and lifestyle changes. In conclusion, this is a big change, but it's so worth it. So in conclusion, preparing for expat life requires thoughtful planning and adaptability. By following these steps, you can minimize your stress and maximize your rewards of living abroad and embrace the adventure. Keep an open mind and enjoy your journey as a global citizen. As with everything else, God is there for you. Deuteronomy 31:8, the Lord himself goes before you and will be with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. With that, have an absolutely wonderful day. Look for the next videos and enjoy the world.